Welcome to the Ultimate Credit Spreads Trading System course, lesson number 2. We're going to deep dive into one of the first strategies we have here in this PDF. If you don't yet have this, you can click down below. Linked in the description below is access to this Credit Spreads Trading Guide and Handbook. It is completely free. Just put in your email and you'll have access to it immediately. But this is a guide that has taken me years to put together to develop rules and systems that I use in my trading every single day and that can help you make money too. So if we're diving into the first strategy here, it's called the Squirrel Strategy. And now why is it called this? Well, first off, I am someone who likes to be more dramatic. I like to use weird names in order for things to be more memorable. But this was called a Squirrel Strategy because this strategy takes advantage of the market during sideways and neutral activity. What in the world does this mean? Essentially, it means if you've ever been driving down the road, this happens a lot in Texas, I don't know about other states, but a squirrel will cross the street and then it like goes back and forth across the street while you're getting closer and closer to it. And you're like, squirrel, get off the dadgum street. And it doesn't know what to do until you're like right up on it, and then it picks a direction and it takes off and gets off the road. And then you're almost running over it and you're like, geez, I almost hit a squirrel today. But that happens a lot here. But anyways, that's why I called it the Squirrel Strategy, because in this period of the market doesn't have any clear direction. It doesn't know what it's doing. It can go up and down, gap up and down, and there is no clear direction to trade. And so that's how we take advantage in this market, is understanding that. So what does this look like? Well, essentially here, if we want to pull this up, I have the Impeccable Stock Band, which is available to all 10% credit spread members. Again, this program is typically closed for the public, but again, you have a backdoor link to get access to this. You get a free hat, shirt, and 50% off if you use the link inside the PDF. But if you're a member of this, then not only do you get access to apply what I'm about to teach you, into an algo, but you also get access to this indicator. However, if you don't have it, no problem. Simply go here to indicators, go to Bollinger Bands, the best way to replicate it. After you go into there, what you're going to do is you're going to go into the settings of that Bollinger Band. You're going to change the setting to 200. You're going to say in the standard deviation to 1, and voila, now we have it. So this replicates the band, but it's not exact, but whatever. As soon as the stock is above this top blue line, this means that we are in an uptrending market. The market is going to be trending up. You can see here it broke above this range, it trended up, now it's acting as support. So again, this is an uptrending market. Down below this blue line is a downtrending market. When the market breaks down below this, it's red, and now we're in a bearish market. However, when we're in between, the market is very range bound. It's sideways. It doesn't know which way it's going. You have these huge swings back and forth. This is when gap ups happen. A gap up, then a huge sell off. All that is most likely going to happen inside this range because that's when the market is sideways. So inside this range, if you're looking at the market and it's inside this blue range, you know the Squirrel Strategy is hit. And so what do? Well, we simply take advantage by following these rules. All right, number 1, if it's inside the trending band indicator, as we discussed, if it's inside here, boom, criteria 1 met. Next, now that our criteria is met, how do we enter this trade? Well, if you're putting on a credit spread trade, you need to have one one option that you sell and then one that you buy as protection. That's how you structure a credit spread. And so again, if we're looking at that, we're going to go 96% of where the stock is currently trading. So let's say the stock is currently trading at 438, right? Let's just say that. Let's say it's inside this line so we know it's active. So 438, right? 438, oops, you can't see that. Let me bring that back in. 438, then we're going to go 96%. That's going to be 0.96, then we're going to round up to the nearest whole number. So right here, 420.48, that's going to round down, so 420. That means we're going to sell the 420 put strike price, and we're going to buy the 419 because we buy the one below it. And that is how we set up our put credit spread. We're going to sell the 420 and buy the 419. Next, we need to determine our expiration date for this trade. So the current date is going to be 12 days and then round up to the next Friday. So that's how we get our expiration date. We're going to put this trade on. If we can collect at least the minimum credit, then we're going to put this trade on. Now again, if you're wondering, Austin, what's the minimum credit? That is what I'm going into in one of the later lessons of this. We can scroll down here and there's a minimum credit section and a formula for that. So again, that's all explained there, but there will be a lesson for it after. But basically you aim to collect the minimum credit, which means you'll be profitable long term. Again, and here are the backtest results. 88% win rate doing this on SPY. That's an 18% annualized return, and that is amazing. You can literally 2 to 3x your average market return purely by following the squirrel strategy on spot. And again, that only takes advantage in sideways markets. Anyways, that is lesson number 2 of understanding and profiting from sideways markets. Again, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell notification to get every single lesson that comes out, because we're going into every single strategy and so much more to help you become a better and more profitable credit spreads trader. All right, I'll see you in the next lesson.